respond to environmental demands, we can understand how to trigger the changes we want. When we see that the body is built to respond to the environment's frequency, variability, and challenges, we discover new ways to elicit massive change. Not only that, but we can trigger this change without spending huge amounts of time performing dull and repetitious movements. Ultimately, the best way to train our bodies is to stop training them and to live the way we want to perform. There is no better gym than your environment, no better coach than the challenges you face daily. That's my thesis anyway. Now it's my job to convince you and lay out a practical strategy to make that happen. Chapter 1. Your amazing, adaptable body. You're pretty amazing, really. You know that, right? I don't even know you, but I can safely make this assumption, because you're human, and as a human, you have limitless, adaptable potential. Nice one, mate. This is something we rarely stop to consider, but the journey we took to get here, and the destination we arrived at, it's all truly incredible. And this incredible adaptability and resilience gives us such infinite potential to change and improve our bodies and minds. Your journey through space. Let's start with the basics. As a human, you are a carbon-based life form. Carbon is formed in the hearts of dying stars. The core of a red giant is compressed until the forces are great enough to start fusing helium nuclei together. Once the carbon in your body was born, it travelled countless light years through space to end up on Earth and become you. But of course, it was many other things before it was you. The same carbon atoms that make up your body were once a part of other animals, plants, and who knows what else. Maybe dinosaurs, maybe aliens. Those carbon atoms make up the approximately 37.2 trillion cells inside your body right now. But what's even more spectacular is that every one of those cells will be replaced within the next 10 years. Like the ship of Theseus, everything that physically comprises you will be replaced, and yet you will remain. So, you are more than the atoms that create your body. You are literally more than the sum of your parts. We must assume, then, that the information truly matters. That vital data is carried within you as DNA, an identical genetic code found in the nuclei of all those trillions of cells. Your incredible DNA. Just 1 gram of DNA could store up to 215 petabytes of information. That's 215 million gigabytes, or 3 billion units of information. To put it another way, you could install Doom Eternal on your DNA 2,687,500 times. The gulf between biology and human technology may be truly insurmountable. Footnote: this is why I think computers in the distant future will be biological. Perhaps surprisingly, 99.9% of this data, this DNA, is identical across all humans. In fact, humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. You are half a banana. This is more understandable when we consider how related we are. You and I are at least 50th cousins. I know this because that is generally the most distantly related you can be from anyone on Earth. In your region, it's highly likely you're far more related to much of the population. Where did you meet your current partner again? We're also highly related to every animal on Earth. In fact, we are all descendants of Luca, the last universal common ancestor that emerged on Earth 4 billion years ago. Footnote: or are we? If we were ever to find life that was not a part of this family tree, it would be evidence of what's referred to as the shadow biosphere. In other words, life on Earth that is as distant from humans as an extraterrestrial would be. Some believe such life forms indeed exist, inhabiting Earth's most inhospitable places, maybe even magma. Each of those genes is a stretch of DNA that encodes a specific function or trait, admittedly a simplification. The gene instructs the creation of a protein at a specific location. On a macroscopic level, that is what builds a human. There are roughly 30,000 of these in the human genome, stored as 23 pairs of chromosomes, the 23rd being the sex chromosomes. Chromosomes carry near identical sequences but differ in a few places, where unique traits, alleles, are inherited from different parents. Here we will see the dominant gene expressed, or the two will interact in some way. Since 99.9% of DNA is identical across humans, most interest is placed on the genes that differ more often. These commonly changeable positions are called single nucleotide polymorphisms. To classify as such, they must vary in more than 1%.